What's going on, YouTube? Ferocity here. Hope you guys are doing well. Call of Duty is too big to fail. If I've realized anything over the last few weeks, it's that despite all of the problems that currently exist within both Black Ops 6 and Warzone, Call of Duty is going to come out the other side making millions of dollars. Problems that would sink other games seem to be completely glossed over by sections of this community. Yeah, people like you and I, we're willing to call out Call of Duty for their shortcomings. We're willing to talk about the problems with the servers. We're willing to talk about the anti-cheat, while others say, it's not affecting me, it's not my problem. And that's how Call of Duty continues to skirt by all of its issues. That's how they continue to not care or not fix anything. They don't even want to address the problems in the game. And why would they? This community has continuously rewarded their lackluster efforts at achieving basic game competency. Like, the fact the game is up currently is remarkable, considering the fact that really all they care about is the store. And as long as the game sort of works, kind of, but not really, they're going to continue to make money hand over fist. And people gobble up all of the new ways to monetize the game. I'm sure the premium event pass that came out for Squid Game sold like hotcakes, regardless of our opinions. I mean, those who watch these videos, those who are part of this community, you guys get it. We know that Call of Duty is not in a good state right now, and it should be in a better state. And a lot of other people have moved over to our side as well. But there's still enough people that will shell out $10, $15, $20 to get an event premium pass, or to get the Black Cell Battle Pass, or to even buy a bundle, that Call of Duty does not have any incentive to care. And this is why they're too big to fail. There's nobody clawing at their heels trying to take market share away from them in the arcade FPS genre. Sure, there's periphery competitors, games like CSGO 2 and Valorant and Apex Legends and Fortnite. But so many people say the only reason why they play Call of Duty is because there's nothing else like it on the market. And that's really true. Like Valorant and CSGO and Rainbow Six Siege, like those games are all kind of similar in some way, shape, or form. Like, they're not down to a science similar. Like, they have their own competitive advantages and disadvantages, but there's nothing that offers that fast-paced, super soldier feeling gameplay. There's no other game out there that offers kill streaks. So this game in and of itself is extremely unique. And then, of course, we also have the Battle Royale side of things, and that's unique. It's its own game. So for a lot of people, the only game in town is Call of Duty, and that's why I think so many people were excited for XDefiant, including myself. We didn't necessarily want it to be the COD killer. We wanted it to reshape how Activision treated COD. Because in reality, what needs to happen is a Battlefield or a Halo needs to come out and compete in this space again. Because when Call of Duty was at its height, when it was developing its best games, is when it was getting pushed by the Battlefields and the Halos, is when other games out there were stealing market share away from them. So they had to develop a good game. They didn't just have to find new ways to monetize it. And that's the difference here. They've come into a place of complacency because there's no competition. No legitimate competition, no real competition. Yeah, players are playing other games and some people are leaving this game to go play something else. But they're not staying within the same space. They're not going to a necessary competitor. Like, there isn't a mass exodus of players moving from Call of Duty to XDefiant or moving from Call of Duty to Delta Force. They're probably playing both. And that's really the win for Call of Duty. They're not able to lose enough players and not lose enough of their player base to really have to care. But darn, would it be great if Call of Duty flopped, or if they failed and they had to rebuild their foundation based on user experience again instead of monetization. Because that's what Black Ops 6 is built upon. That's what Warzone is built upon. Monetization. It's not on your experience. It's not on creating the best game for you. It's creating a good enough product to skate by for some so that, hey, we can still rake in millions of dollars every single day. And trust me, they do. For every person that comes on here and says, man, the bundles in this game are stupid, 2 or 3 people are buying it every single hour, if not more. For every person that doesn't want to support their event premium pass, 2 or 3 other people are going out and buying it because it's new content and we have to consume it. Heaven forbid they create content for us to actually earn. And don't tell me for a second, well, you can earn content on the event pass for free. Yeah, I get that. But a stupid XP grind is all I get? Come on. These challenges should be better. Like, the event should be better. It should be more well thought out. It should just be more interactive, and it's not. There should be more offerings here, and they're clearly missing the boat. And it's extremely obvious, but so many people want to just continue to play their game. Hey, I'm having fun, stop disturbing me. And the truth is you can have fun playing Black Ops 6. I'm not saying you can't. If you enjoy the game, that's fine. But there needs to be give and take here. And unfortunately, what Call of Duty has been doing for far too long is take. This quid pro quo that they used to do with the community, which is, hey, you give us some money, we give you some content, has turned into, you give us a ton of money and we withhold content, make it worse, and make the experience overall worse. And that's problematic for everybody. And even if you're not somebody who experiences problems connection-wise or with cheaters, think of the other people that are. They're not just making it up out of thin air. It is a problem because they experience it on a regular basis. And if you have such a perfect experience, wouldn't you want everybody else to have that same experience? And trust me, go ask anybody playing on Oceanic servers if they are having a smooth experience. They aren't. Because you want to know why? Their servers have been neglected for months now, with no response from Activision, no report coming, no change, no fixes, no nothing. And if you think they're going to neglect Oceanic and not anything else, you'll be sadly mistaken. Soon some European servers may get neglected, North American servers will be neglected, and the end result, you'll probably still shell out money for this company, regardless of your experience being down the toilet. And that's exactly what we're seeing before our very eyes. So your experience could be perfect, could be great, you could see this being the best game ever, and that's fine. But to only take your experience and extrapolate that for everybody else and say, I think everyone's just a bunch of haters, a bunch of complainers, is incredibly short-sighted and ignorant. But that's exactly what Activision wants. Like I said in my most recent video, this community is divided, and it doesn't seem like there's anything that's going to unite us on the horizon. You know, there's no SM2 coming up, there's no X Labs or anything like that. We need our own selves to draw up unity, to look at the game objectively and say, it should be a lot better. Because it's completely unacceptable that there is a segment of this player base, of this community, that legitimately can't play the game because it's always online and they live in Australia. Like, how insane is that? Oh yeah, just these people that live in this area don't have a game to play. They spent $70. They bought the battle pass, whatever it might be. They supported the game and they can't play it because Call of Duty doesn't want to do the bare minimum with server support. Seems pretty shady. Seems like it's a company I don't really want to support. And it's funny because I just don't hear about this from other games. I consistently only hear about this from Call of Duty. And if everybody's just a bunch of haters and a bunch of negative Nellies, why is it that other games have their problems, but their community sentiment isn't this negative? It's because people are finally realizing that the overall quality of the game has gone down the tubes. It really has. Black Ops 6 could be a great game. It has so much potential. But I'm tired of saying that about Call of Duty games. I'm tired of looking at games and saying, hey, if they can just get their act together, they can have a really good game. And they can make even more money. And this is what bothers me so much, is I would be willing to buy the battle passes, to buy bundles, if the game was actually good. If the game gave me reasons to constantly want to play it. But unfortunately, when I log on and meet a cheater, or when I log on and experience terrible servers, I don't want to play the game. When the matchmaking and the overall experience feels extremely rigged, I'm not really inclined to open up my wallet and spend money. And it's okay that you do, but at some point you also have to side with the other people here and say, something's got to change. If so many people are coming out and speaking out against the greed and the nonsense that they experience game to game, day to day in this ecosystem, something should change. And that's what I'd like to see people do, is finally create some change. Because Call of Duty may be too big to fail right now, but I'd love it for them to actually fail. I'd love it for people to massively exit this game. To see a mass exodus would be beautiful. We're seeing some of that on Steam, but there's multiple factors that go into that. And of course, we'll never see the Xbox or PlayStation numbers. But regardless of all this, I think we have to remember that it's up to us, the community, to fight back against Activision. They're not just going to all of a sudden, out of nowhere, start making the game better. They're only going to do that if they're forced to. If they're forced to change the servers, if they're forced to actually implement good anti-cheat. And the only way we can do that is by not playing the game and not supporting it financially. We do those things, hey, by Season 2, Season 3, we could actually have a pretty good game here. but we'll have to wait and see. I mean, those anti-cheat changes are supposed to come out any day now. Haven't seen much about them just yet. But anyways, guys, I really am at a point with this franchise that I just get sick and tired talking about it, because it's the same thing over and over and over again, and nothing seems to change. And more people seem to be moving to our side and moving to the negativity side, and nothing is improving. Like, Call of Duty is being less transparent than they've ever been, and they're being more dishonest than ever. I think they continue to get community noted as well, and it's like, come on, guys, like, figure it out. Make it make sense. And they won't. But anyways, that's it for the video today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, can you please hit that like button? If you want to see more videos from me, please hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching.